So how do you actually get hired? As experts in real estate teams, we help buyers agents, listing agents, team leaders, and team members all come together to find a perfect fit. So how do you really get hired in a real estate agency, and what are the things you need to know so that you can put yourself in a position to choose where you want to hang your license? So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 most critical questions that you should ask a brokerage when considering moving your license to their office. And it's important that you act as if you're interviewing them instead of being interviewed by them, because it's actually your choice more so than it is theirs. And I'm going to talk about what that means. So stick around. When you're done, I'm going to give you some valuable training and some additional resources you'll be able to download right here just for being here. So Rachel was a brand new licensed agent who had gone through real estate school. She'd gone through real estate school, passed the test, and was so excited to join a brokerage. As she went from broker to broker, asking questions about who to join, she found that it was really confusing because she really wasn't getting the answers she was looking for. And so, by answering this ad in Wise Hire, she applied for a position, interviewed with a team leader, and found that that was a better fit. So rather than asking questions about the brokerage, she asked questions about the team and found out it worked. After going through this process, even after a week, realizing that the team was a good fit, but the brokerage or brand may not have been, she wished she would have done it a little bit differently. So don't be Rachel and find yourself in the same point. So let's talk about what that looks like. Whether you're a brand new agent or whether you're an experienced agent and you're considering moving to a new brokerage, I'd like to give you the 5 critical questions that you must have answers to before you make that move. Are you ready? What do you think's on everybody's mind? Number 1 is, how do I get paid? You know, it's not the highest split that determines whether or not you go. It's the highest split for what services am I going to receive. So understanding the complexities of all the different commission concepts are very important. Some companies offer commission and then they offer residual income if you recruit to their office. Other companies have a mentoring program where part of your commission goes to pay for a mentor, which is totally worth it when you have somebody that's guiding you through the process. So how am I going to get paid, what the fee structure is, and what are some of the unknown things I may not be aware of? Those are great questions to ask when you're talking about commission structure. Remember, I'm not always focused on what the highest split is. I'm focused on what the highest value is and who's going to put me in a position so I take more money home to my family. If a brokerage has better training, education, coaching, systems, mentoring, and I'm going to get to close transactions faster, I'm going to be paying them a higher split because I want to earn income. A brokerage that gives me a high split but no services, it means that I'm going to have to work harder to make the same dollar. It might be a longer path to getting to income, which opens up question number what? Number 2. You ready? It's, what training and continuing education, what are the opportunities that are offered to you, and is there a fee associated? You see, brokers that license the Workman Success Training System, that have access to buyer agent training, listing agent training, admin training, ramp that increases you and gets you to 2 transactions quickly, brokerage that invest in training modules and teaching you how to get to success faster are much more likely to get my interest as a new agent looking to join. And so do they have online and offline training that will drive you faster to getting into success? Number 3 is, what kind of support is there for marketing and lead generation? And this is a big one. You know, marketing is a big deal. A lot of brokerage will take a big split, but they don't offer any marketing services. Well, if you're paying them a big split, they don't offer any services, then what then is the value of the dollar you're paying them? Marketing support and the ability to literally generate leads oftentimes is a differentiator between success and failure in real estate. So ask about the brokerage proven strategies to generate leads, and what tools and resources do you have access readily available to you for low or no cost to give you access to those leads. And don't look for general answers, look for very specific answers. Number 5, and this has kind of been interesting over the years, I've seen a lot of brokerages change, and that is, what kind of technology tools or resources do they provide? Some companies have gone out and they've developed their own tools and resources, but then found that was hard to keep up with the tech. Others license, create partnerships or strategic relationships with tools and technology providers to give you access to an arsenal of resources that you would normally have to buy, and the brokerage provides them. Well, the broker needs to be profitable, so I want them to be on a split that allows them to be profitable and still provide those resources, including IT support, high-speed internet, and a place to meet. And number 5, and this is probably the most important one, is, what are their values as a brokerage? And are they aligned with your culture and core values? Meaning, the culture and values of a brokerage has every impact on on your job satisfaction. It has impact on your compatibility. It has an impact on the way they back you up and they back up your clients. It has an impact on the way they handle compensation and whether or not they do the right thing in difficult situations. Understanding what their core values are and having a broker clearly be able to articulate those values is a game changer for me when interviewing brokerages. If you ask the broker, tell me more about your values, and do you have them written down? Does everybody in the office know what they are? If the answer is I don't know, well, there's a good chance that you won't ever find out what their values are until you're in a situation to realize they're not aligned with yours. So ask the question up front and make sure they can clearly articulate it. Yes, the broker is going to be interviewing you. They want to see your likelihood of success, but as equally as important as that is, please put yourself in a position where you get to ask questions of them. You're interviewing them. You're choosing where to hang your license. You're choosing how much to pay them, not the other way around. Remember, the goal of these questions is to gain a comprehensive understanding of what the brokerage offers, how it aligns with your personal goals and your values, and the responses you receive are going to be absolutely critical in your success in finding success in real estate. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to join a brokerage that has resources and that has the training, the tools, and the trade secrets to help you be successful. I'll tell you that many recruiters are really good at selling themselves. Make sure you interview other agents in the office. Talk to other team leaders and team members that are running a business similar to what you'd like to build. And as you look for the proof of concept, do their agents reflect what the leader is telling you about their brokerage? If the agents don't have the production and reflect what they're being told, maybe we should interview a couple more brokers. There's a lot of opportunity out there. There's a deal of the century that comes around once a week. No matter who you join or what you do, I'm going to give you access to our 30-day listing agent mastery program that'll skyrocket your business, because if you want to be successful in this business, you got to list to last. So download SLAM right here below and spend 30 days going through training. And as you're looking at brokerages, ask the brokerages if they have access to this kind of training that really teaches the skills development that you need to be successful. I know you're well on your way to success as a new agent. I promise you, you don't have to do it by yourself. There are incredible brokerages that are both independent and brands and teams that will give you everything you need to succeed. Take the time, make the right decision, and make sure you ask the questions that you downloaded on this list today. Good luck, and let us know. Go in the chat and tell us who you joined and whether or not this was helpful in helping you find the right brokerage.